back to our WhatsApp clone series. In today's episode, we are going to be fetching our channels data that we've created in the last couple of episodes and displaying them on our channel tab screen. And so the goal is for us to write a couple of Firebase queries that allows us to be able to display the metadata information for a specific channel that the currently logged in user, is subscribed to. So let's get right into it. We're going to jump first to our channel tab view model, which is inside of our channels folder. And let's create a function that allows us to be able to get the channels that the currently logged in user, belongs to. So we're going to create a function and let's just call it, fetch current user channels. And so what is fetch current user channel going to do? Well, if we go to our Firebase real-time database, if you remember right here, we have a node specifically called user channel. And the user channel node is actually for the users, for us to know which specific channel, they're messaging or that they belong to. And so just by simply grabbing the currently logged in user, we can know which specific channel that current user has. So all we need to do is our user channels ref, I think that's what we call it, Firebase constants, user channels ref. And we need to grab our currently logged in user. So we're first going to import Firebase. And then we're going to say auth.current user.uid, else we're going to return out of the scope because it means we're not currently logged in. So we're going to get the current user, current UID. And what do we want to do? So we want to set an active listener to this specific node, right? We want to be able to know whenever this specific node changes for the currently logged in user. So there is a function for that. There's a callback function that with Firebase SDK, and all we need is the observe value, and we are going to get a snapshot back and an error. Okay, so for the error, let's just write out some plain error message. We're just going to say failed to get the current users channel IDs, because remember, we're getting the channel IDs from here. These are channel IDs, and we're then going to use this channel ID to look up the specific channels. So, we're just going to say fail to get the currently logged in user channel IDs, and then we do error localized description. Okay, well, if there is no error, we need to do a little bit of data mapping, and what we need to do is to grab the channel ID. So let's convert this to a snapshot. So we know this is a dictionary of type string. If I can spell string, it's any. Okay, let's unwrap it, and then we're going to get the the key in the dictionary. So the key is going to be the channel ID, which again, it's just this right here. We're going currently logged in user, right? We're going user channel, currently logged in user, and then it's a key value pair. The key is the channel ID, and the value is just a Boolean that says true. So that's all we're doing right here. We're casting that. So now that we have the channel ID, what else do we want to do? Well, now we want to go and get the channel. And while we can write that code right here, it would become very difficult for us to be able to follow along that logic. So let's just go right ahead and create a specific function to help us fetch that channel. So we'll just create a function that says get channel, and get channel is going to take in a channel ID, which is of type string, right? And let's see, what do we need? Well, we need the channels reference. So we're going to do Firebase constants, channels ref. The child is going to be the channel ID, because again, if we go back to our Firebase node, we have our channels, we have our channel ID, and we have the actual data for those specific channel. So we have the channel ID. What do we want to do in this instance? We also want to observe. We want to listen to any changes, right? So we're going to say observe. We're going to say value, okay, and snapshot. Actually, we want the error version of this observe. So observe with error, value, snapshot, and we're going to do error. We're going to copy this error because we're lazy, and we're going to paste it here. But this time around, we're going to say failed to get, what's a good error message for this? Failed to get the channel for ID, and that's going to be the channel ID. Okay. What else do we want to do? Well, we want to typecast that, right? We know this is going to be a dictionary as well. So we're going to say godlet dictionary. Actually, let's just copy this. It's exactly the same syntax. So we have our dictionary. What do we want from our dictionary? Well, we know the dictionary is the channel itself, because right here, what we're doing is, if we go back to our Firebase real-time database node, we're doing channel ID. Once we're in this channel ID, we have an entire key value pair of our actual channel information. So we could just take this entire dictionary and pipe it into a channel struct. And the way we're going to do that is by just creating a channel. We're going to say it's of type channel item. And remember, we have this specific channel item that takes in a dictionary parameter. So we're just going to pass in that dictionary. And that's pretty much our channel right there, right? So let's see. Then we're going to go right up here. We're going to fetch. We're going to say get channel. Okay. Well, this is inside of a closure, and because we're good developers, we're going to break that retain cycle with weak self. Let's do some capturing. The next thing we want to do is, well, this needs to be optional. So the next thing we want to do is, let's see, we want to pass in this channel ID. And then let's create an initializer here and actually fetch our current user channels. Okay. So what I would like for us to do here is let us print the channel name just to make sure we're getting the channel. So I'm going to do channel, and I'm just going to do channel dot title. So I'm going to run this on the simulator and let us see what happens here. So we're getting our channel ID. Our simulator is up and running. Okay, so let's go to our channels tab. And as you can see, we have our channel ID right here. We have unknown, 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 cool gang, unknown. And the reason it's saying unknown, we know the query is successful, but the reason the channel title is saying unknown is because, remember, for us to construct the channel title, we actually need the members in that channel. So as you can see, we're constructing it using the members excluding me information. And same thing with the group member names. And so we need to go get the members that belong to that specific channel, right? We need something like channel that members equals to some sort of an array of user item. And the way for us to do that is actually to create another function that's going to be responsible for getting the channel members. So we're going to create a private function. We're going to call it get channel members. I think that's a good name. And it's going to take in channel, which is of type channel item. And we want to use completion handler, right? So we're going to call it's an escaping closure. And this is going to be the members of the channel, which is going to be an array of user item. And of course, we're going to return a void because this is a closure. Okay. All right. So now the next thing we need to do is to actually get the currently logged in user. And I think the best way for us to do this is to actually abstract this user query inside of our user service. So we already have a user service. If we go into our service folder, we have a user service. I think it's better for us to just create another method, another static method inside of our user service that can actually get a group of users for us, an array of users. So we're going to say static func. We're going to say get users. And get users is going to take in an array of UIDs, which are going to be strings, right? And it's also going to be a completion handler. Of course, it's escaping because we're making a networking request. And, we're going to return, let's use the user node construct that we did from our previous episodes. It's just cleaner, so we might as well just use it. And what do we need? Okay, let's see. So I'm going to declare an array of user item up here. And then I'm going to say for UID in UIDs, okay, thank you, Xcode. I'm going to construct a query. I'm going to say query is equals to Firebase constants. I'm going to go to the user node. I'm going to use that user ID, right? And then I'm going to observe single event, which is just going to get me the data without any form of observer. So the value, that's what I want. And then I need the snapshot. I'm going to do the error handling, which is just going to be a basic print statement. Oh, actually, no, let's just return a completion handler of the empty node. This is the beauty of the node system that we created in the previous episode. So, okay, now let us handle the success scenario. So if it's successful, all we need to do is just say let user. We're going to say try, and let's use snapshot. I believe they have something called data, and I'm just going to say data as user item.self else return. Okay. It does have data item itself. I don't know why that is tripping. So then I'm going to append our users up here with the new user. Okay. And then I'm going to say if the users dot count is equals to our UIDs dot count, then that means we have successfully fetched all the specific users that we wanted. So I'm just going to create a user node really quickly with just the users, and I'm just going to pass in those users that we declared up here. And I'm wondering why this is yelling at us. Maybe if we import Firebase database Swift, maybe that would help. I'm just going to command shift and clean my project. I know it's going to work because I have definitely used this syntax before. Anyways, let us jump to our channel tab view model. And now all we need to do is do user service dot get users, and it's going to ask for user IDs that we want. And all we want to do is say channel dot member UIDs, right? And this is going to return a user node. Look how clean that is. Okay. And we're just going to say weak self in, so we can break. Actually, we don't even need to declare a weak self here, do we? I don't think so. All we need to do is just return, a completion handler. So all we need to do here is say, let's think for a second here. Well, I know we want to do completion, and we just want to do user node dot users, right? Because we're returning an array of user item. So now let's go back up here where we're doing this print statement. Now we're actually going to get the members that belong to a specific channel. So let me declare this as weak self, and then I'm going to say self.get channel members for this channel, right? And it's going to return an array of members, but I want to use the trading closure syntax. So I'm just going to do it this way, and I'm going to do members in, and I'm going to just say channel.members is equals to these members that I'm getting back. So I'm going to remove that. I'm going to go down here and remove the print statement for now. Actually, I want that print statement because I want to be able to now get the channel title, and it should give us the correct channel title names now. Okay, so now let us run our project one more time on the simulator, make sure everything is working. Okay, so our build is failing because the user service, if we jump into the user service file, we need to make this an empty array upon initialization right here. And I think we should be good to go now. So let us run our project in the simulator and let us see if it prints our channel names. So let's go to the channel tab screen and look at that. We have channel names. We are live. We have QA user 11, QA user 11, QA cool gang, QA user 8. Let us create a new channel really quickly. Let's create a group channel and let's do QA user 11, 18, 8, and 5. And let's go next and let's go create channel. Okay. So we've created a new channel and let's see. That did not fire. That's interesting. Let's go back out here and it's not fetching the latest channel, which I'm not sure why it did not do that. It should. Let's run the project again. Let's go here, and it's fetching that now. Okay, but let's create another channel. Let's do a bunch of group channels. Let's give this a group name. Let's call this QA group 1, create. So when we do QA group 1 and create it, it is not firing yet. I'm not really sure why. Okay. But if we rerun the project on the simulator, we know we are actually getting the channels. We're going to come back and fix that. I'm sure there's some sort of a bug or some sort of a logic that I'm currently missing, but we know we're getting all of our channel names. So that's good. Now let us display that and actually, use that to power our UI. And the first thing I would like for us to do is, of course, to store it in some sort of a variable, create some sort of an array up here. And let's just go right ahead and do that. So let's create a publish property and let's call it channels. And so what is channel? Well, channel is just going to be an array of channel items. Okay, and so now that we have our channel right here, we can just do self.channels.append, and the new element is just this channel right here. Okay, so now let us run our project. Before we run our project, let us go to our channel tab screen. So I'm going to open that in a new tab. The channel tab screen right now is currently being powered by this dummy or stub data. So let's just use viewModel.channels, and it takes in a channel. So let's take in that channel right here in this closure. And instead of using a placeholder, now we're going to get the actual channel from our view model. So let's run our project now, and let's make sure everything is working as expected. Okay, if we go to our channels now, we have our channel, and it's great. Everything is working as expected, but we need to get the channel titles. The channel titles are not correct right now. So we're going to jump into our channel item view. And right now, we're not actually passing in the channel. As you can see, we're actually just, passing a magic string into the channel title name. So I'm going to request the channel here. I'm just going to say channel is of type channel item inside of our channel item view. And right up here, instead of a username 12, we're just going to say channel.title. And instead of a welcome, we're going to say channel.last message. I believe we have that. And right here, our preview is going to yell at us. Let's fix that by putting a placeholder. Okay, now let's go back to our channel tab screen. And inside of our channel tab screen, this is going to ask for channel as well. So we might as well just pass it in. Now let's run our simulator, make sure everything is working as expected, and let us get on to our business. So if we go to our channel tab screen, look at that. We have QA user 11, cool gang, Okay, I want to make sure that our channel title logic is actually correct. So the next thing I'd like for us to do is to, inside of our channel item view, I'm going to change the number of lines from this title text view from 1 to like 3. I just want to make sure the channel title views are actually correct. Excuse me, guys. Okay, so if we go to our channel tab screen, and look at that. We have QA user 11, QA user 8, and 2 others. That's exactly what we are expecting. And if we go in here, what do we have? We have QA user 11. If we go in here, QA user 11, we're getting the right channel title name. Ooh, that over there is a problem. That is a bug. But no problem. We're going to fix that very soon. So that's awesome. We are actually getting our channel data. I'm going to default this number of line from 3 to 1, because that's sort of I believe that's what we want it to look like. I mean, you can make it 2 if you want, but I think 1 is good enough. And we're actually getting our channel, we're getting our actual channel text right here. So this is saying channel creation as the last message. And the reason it's saying channel creation is because if we go to our Firebase real-time database, if you remember when we create a new channel, we fire this broadcast message. So if we go to our user or channel messages, if I can find that, yep, channel messages node, let's just pick a channel. And as you can see, the type is just channel creation. That's just the last message that we're sending. So we can, of course, fix that, but let's not worry about that right now. And let's just wrap up this episode. And in the next episode, we're going to do some optimization here. So the first couple of things I want us to do is to talk about how to properly make sure that we are not, fetching a channel members over and over and over again. And the second thing is, of course, let's start talking about how to send messages inside of a channel. So it's going to be a lot of cool things for us to do in the next episode. But before we wrap up, let us test this one more time. Let us create another new channel. Let's say a group channel. Let's do keyword user 1, 2, and 41. Next, let's just do create. Okay, if we go out of our chat room screen and we scroll down, that channel is not firing or showing up right now. Again, I'm not really sure why that is, but we'll fix all those bugs in the next episode. Thank you for joining me, guys. If you guys enjoyed this episode, please like and subscribe as usual. It means the world to me. It keeps me motivated and excited to keep bringing you guys cool tutorials like this. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.